In an effort to help save lives, the new Alabama seatbelt law requires all passengers to wear a seatbelt. This law became effective this month, and let's take a closer look at why it's so important to always wear a seatbelt. Jeff Hunter with Lloyd Hunter Personal Injury Attorneys is here with more. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me today.
And of course, we know it's important to wear a seatbelt, but kind of tell us a little bit about, why it kind of reinforce why it's so important.
Sure. Well, before this new law went into effect on September the 1st, backseat passengers were not required to wear a seatbelt. A minor in the back seat had to wear a seatbelt, but if you were an adult in the back seat, you didn't have to wear a seatbelt.
Right.
And we all know that if you're involved in an accident and you are not wearing a seatbelt, your chances of significant injury, including death, go up dramatically.
Yes, I know we've reported a lot of stories, and it seems like the people who die from these crashes are always not wearing a seatbelt.
That's right. 50% of all traffic accident fatalities are individuals that weren't wearing the seatbelt. So your increased risk of death goes up. But if you're not wearing a seatbelt, you are 30 times more likely to be ejected from the vehicle. And those people that are ejected, 75% of all of those people suffer, fatal injuries. So it's very important to always wear your seatbelt, no matter where you're seated in the vehicle.
Exactly. And this was a law that just took effect this month. So,
right.
I guess you need to make sure everybody's buckled up when
That's
you
right.
get
I
in the
suppose
car.
You could be pulled over if you had a backseat passenger not wearing a seatbelt now. So make sure that everybody in the vehicle is wearing a seatbelt. Lead by example. The driver, you always need to wear your seatbelt, but make sure before you get out on the road that you check with all your passengers, make sure that they're all wearing a seatbelt. That's so important, just to do that.
And just to get in that habit of putting it on, and then you don't have to
That's
worry
right.
about anything else.
And it doesn't matter where you're going, short trips, most fatal injuries occur with people that are within 25 miles of their home and not traveling any faster than 40 miles an hour. So if you think, I'm just going to run down to the corner store and get something, and I don't need to put my seatbelt on, you don't need to be thinking that. Because that's when most of these types of things occur.
All right,
Yeah.
and there's our information there, and if anybody needs to get in touch with y'all, you're here locally.
That's right, we're here locally. You can call us at 452-4000, and I think, everybody wearing their seatbelt, we can give a thumbs up to that. So
yes, definitely.
Let's definitely do that.
All right, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
The opinions expressed in the preceding segment are for general information purposes only. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.